No. Hey, he's fucking faking. It's faker. It's faker. Yo, we're going. Let's get the lipstick out, man. Manho! Everyone's taking out their phones and recording you now. LCS.
Watch it.
LCS. LCS.
What's up to me?
I have to speak about last week, I think, to speak about this one. So last week I skipped all the interviews because I've been really dog shit as a coach. I think I did a lot last week, much more than I should, probably. I don't think that I was a good coach. I was a good worker, I was a good employee, but I've been a good coach for my players and I've been a good coach for my org. I had to fix myself to be able to fix the system, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing you can change. And I was just thinking about how, how I make people be on the same idea of how we want to play the game as me. What's the hardest part of League is to transfer something not related to a champion, because a champion can be buffed enough. And we did it.
We got EchoFox going up against OpTic Gaming in a meta that's shifting towards the Corki and the Azir that we've been talking about already today. We're starting to see OpTic have some troubles.
Yeah, it seems like they've deviated from their style a little bit. I would like to see them return to that winning playstyle, which was giving Crown the agency to split push.
It's yours?
You want it?
No, I'm asking because I put mouse in SS Studio last week. I'm checking. That's you, bro. What you, bro, right?
Yeah.
What, but why you give me this one?
Doesn't matter. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, but why you give me this one?
I thought you wanted this.
I think that team morale was pretty low last week because we lost 2 games to teams we probably should have been able to beat, and they were not very good performances from us. Like, we didn't feel like we had too good of a game plan going into the game. Our drafts were a little questionable, and we just sort of like rolled over.
This week, the players just head into the draft and they know pretty much, it's like in chess, It's like the opening and they're like, it's gonna be a game that we can win immediately.
EchoFox themselves have made quite a few adjustments to their lineup to end up with this iteration in the last few weeks of the LCS. Let's see if it pays off.
Crown is also here. This could turn bloody very quickly, Kobe. Phoenix in some trouble. The binding doesn't hit him, though. Comes up just a little bit shy
Everything
there.
else
Phoenix
does.
almost taken down. They get him with the auto attack, and first blood goes to OpTic Gaming.
I'm on the way. I'm trying to TP. Rock on ball. Try a bush. I'm on the way. Come to spot. Come to spot.
On Jarvan.
After that one. We can fight. Rakan is here. Red entrance. We keep going. I can flash after. Rakan is there. Red entrance.
Just go my
I'm chasing, I have no flash.
I tried to bubble. Got him, boom, Mitch. Good job.
Nice.
Good job.
So let's see if he gets out of it one more
Speaking
time.
of which,
he got out of it 2 times before.
Let's see if he can outplay 1v2 here. Finds plenty of damage down on the mic. Gets his wings from the World Ender, stepping away from the slicing bales. Remember, the stuns are coming through. Arrow as Dokla goes
He gets a
double kill.
I think Will just played really well that game and punished the Jarvan after the level 1 invade, so I think props to him for just snowballing the game as Olaf, which was just a really clean game, and it was just good by all of us to not really make mistakes when we had a lead.
Okay, finish. Okay, so we can look.
Okay.
They're going on Aatrox.
I'm watching you. guys.
Kennen flash in. Go for Kennen. Jarvan. I'll fight this.
Nice. I can keep chasing. We can end it here. No flashes on. No flash. Everyone, no flash. Nice, guys. Nice.
They get ahead early. They maintain control throughout the mid-game. They grab Baron as soon as it makes sense, and they end the game just like that, taking the win.
Definitely feels good winning, since I think last time we should have won against EchoFox too, but we lost in like a really bad fashion.
EchoFox is weird because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of respect for my opponents all the time. Like, I'm good friend with Song, I'm good friend with Tyler. The players as well, but they didn't respect us. We have a draft, you can't fight it level 1. There is no way. With a Lux, Ezreal, Olaf, what the fuck are you trying to achieve, right? If this happens on screams, people pause and ask for a remake because the game is not playable. So of course the game was much easier than what it should have been.
That was good.
Birthday feature.
Happy birthday, long time.
Yeah, dude. You got the win, bro. Good shit.
Give you a cake, man.
Oh,
We
yeah.
need to do a scrim tonight, because on my birthday we did third block. Misha's birthday we did third block.
I'm down.
Yeah, we need an arrow third block. Let's go to the academy.
Load up the academy.
They have really good drafts.
My drafts are Nirvana. Just because you have a small brain isn't my problem, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't ready to taunt them until after you double killed them in the 2v3.
The flex was.
That's when you decided to.
Wait, you emoted after that?
Yeah.
Control 3
I have an interesting relationship with Chris. He's a coworker. I consider Chris as a friend.
Before I joined the team, before I joined OpTic, we were 5-13, and we moved up to 9-9, and since then we've had like a lot of ups and downs. When I came on initially, I was supposed to be the micro guy, and Zab was supposed to be the macro guy. So very specific parts of the game, I could be like, this trade shouldn't happen, or this lane matchup should go this way, and so I provided him a lot of information that he wasn't as familiar with.
For review, I think he's good at presenting his information. Like, he presents information in a way that doesn't really make people feel bad, which is a pretty valuable skill.
Basically, I changed the way that not only Zab, but also the entire team, every individual player thinks about pick and ban and how to draft.
Chris came with an idea that was really good, and we just applied it.
Both these teams picked up a win yesterday. Has to feel good, but in very different fashions, if you remember.
Yep, OpTic smashed EchoFox in record time. That was the fastest game of the entire split by a full minute.
They were target banning junglers, which a lot of teams have been doing lately. A couple reasons you would target ban someone is either they think I can't play anything else proficiently, or they think it's just like too strong. Like they're either scared of it, or they're like, they think I have nothing else prepared. So I don't know what reason it is. I'd like to believe they're scared.
We are getting into the match. Now we have TSM OpTic once again to see who can topple the other in the standings.
Meanwhile, uh-oh, not that safe.
Down, heel goes in, but it's gonna be another auto attack coming in. Arrow picks up the first kill of the game, and Big is out safe.
Yeah, I think so.
Watch this cannon I'm tipping here. No one in.
That's flash.
Maybe take the flash.
I'm gonna take spell shield here. That's flash. Yeah, spell shield still.
W.
I get slow.
Slow, keep slowing.
He's dead.
Nice, good job.
Shit, guys.
Good check.
Flash on Sven. Can he flash it? He does early and dodges.
It's a game of I can do anything, you can do better, and OpTic's trying to say we can gank better, but can they? One last Mystic shot. Oh, he's saying Acadian's clearing a ward. That's enough to lay Equalizer down on the top side. It's gone to Duck. Chain lashes out, and Meteos picks up the kill on a Broken Blade.
They don't see me walking through mid.
I can watch.
Yeah.
I'm watching you.
I'm coming.
I'm going to here. Back TB.
Look, Silver, 1 HP.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Just flash.
I'm on the way.
Yeah, up here. Hey, for J4, bottom, good job. Bottom, guys, let's go.
could make a big play.
They want Acadian right away, and not even a chance to 50-50 smite. Remember, there are multiple smites coming in, though, if they do use the Unsealed Spellbook, and they lose Arrow. Here comes the Lucent Sinker, the light from Lux, and it will be Acadian almost going down. Shield comes out. There's Dokla once again. Another double for Dokla. Looking for Bjergsen on the triple. A 30-minute banger coming out of OpTic to take down TSM, and the Nexus will fall as the fights continue around the map.
The week has been better. I think that we found a process that works somehow. I'm happy because sometimes I feel like you want to do too much as a coach. And I think that's how I ended up last weekend. You know, I was kind of burned out, too many emotions, too much work put into like too many things at the same time. And I felt like this week was probably the easiest week of my career in terms of like how much work I had to do. But at the same time, I think that every player acknowledged that it's on them at the end of the day. Going into this weekend, it felt really like I was really confident, so it feels pretty good. I think that it's better when you don't rub your games pretty much. Sorry, Will. It feels good just not rubbing your game.
Our TSM game was kind of a robbery. We just played from behind. We had a good look. It's not a robbery, but we won with the heart, not with the brain, against TSM the first time. This one, we won with the brain.
Obviously, we can't go back and fix it, so let's just try to put it behind us and learn from it.
If I were to talk about like the specific players and their mentalities, I think Dokla, for example, he's still a younger player, but he has a lot of mechanical talent, a lot of potential, and we've been trying to find out how to utilize that without taking away resources from other people on the team. Meteos, he has like a ton of champions that he could play at any given time, and I think a lot of other teams don't realize that. Minho, he treats every opponent the same, right? He doesn't have he didn't perceive any difference between playing against Bjergsen today and playing against Phoenix yesterday. He just comes in with a ton of focus and a ton of just like self-preparation, and he'll breathe and he'll go on stage and he'll play his heart out. Arrow is the most mature player that I've ever worked with, and he has so much more knowledge than like the average AD carry. Not just like a little bit more, he has like a great deal more knowledge than the average LCS AD carry. With that experience, there's no attitude from him. With him and Terry, who is also a very veteran, seasoned player with a lot of mechanical talent that's been overlooked, whether by the public or by other coaching staffs, I think they come in with every day ready to learn something new. And so we have a really good dynamic.
I see something coming up. I still have the memory of last week. I know that things can flip real fast. I've been adapting to every single individual, try to make it fit, and having a system that satisfies everybody. And at the end of the day, it's on them. I'd be there, right? I'd be by their side. I'd be killing myself at work, but it's on their side.